pretty decent gain.
On third down, George. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pick. Up there, it's fourth down.
2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
They'll try and run for it. He is not going anywhere. They'll stop him for no gain. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, Kelly, man open, that's Juwan Winfrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
First down, Chargers.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Now he steps away. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 8, they've got it first and goal. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. This will be caught about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Operating from the gun, Kelly. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up fourth.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Bass is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points.
What's the deal, y'all?
We looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Los Angeles.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. 69 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
But earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chargers 1-2 on the new season, and an opening week victory at Cincinnati, but then back-to-back close losses at home in the new building. First in OT to the Chiefs in week 2. That was a great game, but the week a little more disappointing. 21-16, they fall to Carolina. The Chargers, they had a chance from the Panther 28 for a final shot at the end zone, but could not convert. Justin Herbert making his second start in place of Tyrod Taylor, who's out with a punctured lung. A second straight 300-yard game, and this time 330 yards. Had a touchdown, but also an interception.
And if I remember correctly, I think we were informed by our great statistician, Ed Brady, that that's back-to-back 300-yard passing games for Justin Herbert, the first 2 games of his NFL career. And Tyrod Taylor, in his career, has 1 game of 300 yards passing. So it's an interesting deal, but I wouldn't be surprised if Tyrod Taylor came back and became the starter again. He has great history with his head coach, Anthony Lynn. Plays the game the way he wants it to be played. He's out right now with a rib injury and a lung injury, but we expect him back before too much longer. How about this? Road games now for the Chargers. At Tampa Bay against Tom Brady and at New Orleans against Drew Brees.
Tyler Newsome.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. This is brought in at the 21. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
Well, for the Indianapolis Colts, 2 straight wins since the season opening upset in Jacksonville. They took care of Minnesota in week 2 and then really put it to the Jets in week 3, 36-7. They won in Indy. And it was a good day for Phillip Rivers, both on the field and in the record book. 17-21, 217 yards and a touchdown pass. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jerry Rice, 68 yards. And the Colts have taking the lead.
Yes, indeed. Jerry Rice from Mississippi Valley State. I remember when he broke into the league, and the nickname Flash was the one he was trying to get to catch on. As it turned out, he didn't need a nickname. 197 receiving touchdowns in the NFL, added on 10 rushing, and even had a fumble recovery for a total of 208 in his career.
By far the most all-purpose touchdowns in league history.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try and get this offense moving.
So how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner with a sack. The former number 7 overall pick.
9 yards.
Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On third down, they run with Edmonds. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down.
But they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And Sanders now to return. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10.
46-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their own 46. Looking to throw is Mahomes. We got position on him, and he pulls it in. A well-executed 22-yard gain from the 32 now. Here's first and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Johnson, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. And they give this time to the tailback. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now a timeout taken.
He was tackled.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
6.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Intended for Jerry Rice. Incomplete. It's now fourth down.
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. This from 44 yards away. And Boswell missed it. Missed it to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on fourth down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
incomplete. However, we do have a flag down.